Yeah, no,
I love my
I love
homeland.
Minnesota. I mean, that's where I went to school. That's where I started from. And Minnesota was
Hmm.
like, at first I went to St. Cloud, one of my friends' house, and he drove me to Minnesota Mankato State. And then it was memorable. It was, it was a place I was looking for. Now it's not like as a mega city, Dallas, Texas, and stuff, but still,
Yeah,
nice, cozy people there. And I had like this lots of friends and stuff that I hooked up with. Yeah, it was quite an experience.
yeah. It's a college. We call it a college
College
town.
town,
Like
yeah,
it's really not that big,
yeah.
but that's all it is. It's
It
got
was
the college,
peaceful. It
and
was
that's the
peaceful.
only reason people are really there.
Yeah.
So,
There's nothing else, but then there's the college.
exactly.
I mean,
I think there's one mall.
there's the
There's one
ocean, there's
mall.
the air, right? But then, hey,
Yeah,
you know what? Our philosophy was if we got the right set of friends, the right set of peers and peeps, I mean, hey, it's all right. That's
yeah,
that's how we spent our
yeah.
time. And then
You're with your people. You're good.
yeah, I didn't really want to select a very busy or any kind of, what I'm saying, like with a whole lot of rush around, so we could focus on studies too. Because if we're in Minneapolis or if we're in like Texas, there are lots of things to do, a lot of places to go
Yeah,
to, and all that, so that would kind of be distracting.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah,
I
that's why I
agree.
chose Minnesota, and then there are lakes and parks and all that stuff. So we spent our time.
Yeah,
So
tons of calm things to be able to do there.
right,
Definitely.
but yeah,
So
I miss it. I miss Minnesota. I've been even after moving to Dallas, I drove there twice to all the peeps were gone, but then I had like some people on there.
hmm
So it's like wherever I go to, 'cause like I went to Mankato when I was what 17 or 18 or something like that. So that
hmm
connection is there. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
That's when I left the United States was when I was 17. So I'm like, I
right,
didn't really grow up. I became an adult in another country,
right.
like very much so. I mean, if I went back to the States, I don't know how to pay bills. I
Exactly.
think you nailed them. Oh, I haven't been an adult in the U.S. in a really long
But
time.
but you're like, did you ever think like how your way of thinking, your intelligence level of intelligence, your perceiving things is 500 times better. I mean, bigger, or I shouldn't say better or something better, but bigger. I mean, it's different than somebody who is staying inside U.S. never step foot outside the
Yeah.
U.S.
My
Isn't it?
perception of the world is completely
Yeah,
different in comparison,
exactly.
especially to Minnesotan people, because many people in Minnesota, why would you want to move? Why would you go there?
Yeah.
Why would you go to South America? Why on earth would
Where
you
is
do
South
that?
America? In fact, they would be, some people would be saying
I'm
that
like,
too.
why wouldn't you? Yeah, they don't understand it, and a lot of small town people are like, why would you leave the safety of the United States? I'm like, it's once you leave, you realize that really other places aren't any
Not as bad
more
as
or less dangerous.
yeah,
Pretty much every country's got the same problems,
yeah,
the same issues. It's the culture that is different
a bit
and
different.
how they handle them.
Exactly.
Yeah, and
99%
that's what I mean.
Americans wouldn't know where Ecuador is.
But Americans are like, oh, so what part of Africa is that?
Exactly.
I looked up. I don't even know how to take these seriously. Right, part of Africa. I have never been to that continent, nor do I plan to be.
Uh,
But we're connected to that country. Like you could
that
drive there.
that's crazy.
I don't suggest it, but you could.
Yeah, that's another a whole. I mean, people are too
That's a whole
comfortable.
other topic. But then everyone, oh, by Colombia, and they're like, oh, Colombia. Aren't you scared? I'm like, not even a little bit.
Hmm.
Never been attacked by the mafia.
Nah,
Has
you got an added advantage in some countries, like especially I don't know about like Thailand, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Pakistan. These countries, and nobody will come and attack you. Like you're a guest. It's like all right, we
yeah,
need to. There's a culture like we gotta treat our guests with hospitality and respect and everything.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So you're gonna have like
No,
advantages, not any kind of
attacking
disadvantages
a
at all.
foreigner would cause
Yeah,
a lot of problems.
yeah,
And
not.
that's how I explain it
Forget
to
about the
people about like
problems.
the
People are not gonna
mafia.
think about problems. People are gonna think about, hey, this is our guest, so
Yeah,
don't fuck with our guest. That's what it
yeah,
is. That's what the
yeah. So like
idea
that
is.
creates an international issue if you get involved with it. That was the way I explained it when with Ecuador with the mafia and the gangs because it does happen there. Like the town that my husband's from,
Yeah.
there are bodies just popping up in the river
Right. 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 Right.
from my cousin's house, and we're just like, okay. It's completely normal, but they would not pickpocket me. Yes,
Right.
I've had my phone stolen
No,
so many
that's
times.
petty. Without,
That,
yeah.
but my life in danger,
Hmm.
probably not, because that's going to cause a
Very
bigger issue that
serious
really
issue
people don't
around
want
the
to deal
world.
with. Yeah,
Yeah, but that issue
it's
exists over there. But here in Bangladesh, Pakistan, India, we don't have gangs like that where they'll be so aggressive.
mm,
You know what I'm saying? Like we are hospital. I mean, if we see any other like Chinese, Japanese, Americans, or British, we would treat them like from our culture. Like, okay, oh look, this is our guest, so treat them like a guest. So that's what it is. It's not.
they're much more
And the
hospitable.
first
Yeah,
thing that doesn't hit us is like, oh, it's gonna be an international problem. You know, America will come after me.
yeah.
None of that. It's just like, yeah, we gotta treat our guest. Like, give them a good experience. That's what comes
Yes.
to our mind. So that's what's
Okay. Yeah. Just the hospital, and that's part of your
yeah,
culture.
correct, correct.
Yeah. It's just yeah. For Spanish culture, it's more of like, okay, you have money,
Yeah,
I have none. You should give me
yeah,
it.
exactly. Yeah, that's
Like,
that's something that it's really
um,
something to not easy to digest. You know,
it's not easy to digest, but I also can understand why they assume that I have
is that
money,
right?
or I live at a different standard because I grew up with a different standard of living.
Mm,
So my expectations of life are different. And to a person in another country, a poorer country, it seems extravagant.
yeah,
Oh, couldn't even, but like for me, it would be the basics.
I think this is an idea that exists in a lot of people. That's a kind of misunderstanding or misjudgment. Like if you walk around in any place in countries like Asia, people would assume that you are a multi-billionaire. I mean, if
Hmm.
you're a multimillionaire, you get a lot of money just because you're white.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah.
That's what
I
I
have
mean.
had so many. My in-laws still believe that I am hiding money from them somehow because every month they call us up. We
Yeah,
need money, and I'm like, I'm a teacher, and in any country, no teacher makes money.
right.
Like, I don't know where you think I'm hiding my billions and
Nah,
billions of
they don't ask for
dollars.
it. They ask you because they have this misconception that if you're white, you got a lot of money.
Exactly, and it's just the belief, and it's taught like through movies and
Yeah,
school, even schooling, that if if you are white and you're from the United States, you have a better life.
yeah,
There's still this American dream, and
mhm,
not many people realize outside of the U.S. that the American dream has not been alive for a very long
yeah,
time.
yeah.
And if you haven't ever been there, you still believe, like, I
How tough
still
it
have
is.
Chinese people telling me, oh, but you're from America, you have freedom. And I'm like, I completely understand because Chinese have no freedom.
Right.
But I'm like, that doesn't mean that it's a better place to live.
Hmm,
Like, I have enjoyed life outside of the US these last 10 years way more than I have enjoyed because you're slaved in a different way.
exactly.
Making $8 an hour
Hmm,
with a job you hate, and there's no progression, and
nah.
you're just living to survive.
Yeah, lots of people
Like
are doing
that
that.
that's the situation of so many Americans right now, and so many people tell me, oh, you're so lucky. I'm like, I'm lucky to be an American outside, living outside the US.
Yeah,
My
I mean,
passport
yeah.
gives me a lot of freedoms and a lot of advantages.
No, but
So
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's I don't know. I'm a bit of a religious person, so I should say, um, the God is gonna. I mean, with our effort, of course, with our effort,
mhm.
and God's will, that's where you are. Millions of people are
Yeah.
there in the U.S. What are they doing? You're doing much better.
Hmm.
Even though you're out away from home, but
Yeah.
most people want to go into the United States, and you're going out of the United States. But then
Yeah.
it's like,
And it's crazy to think that they're like, why would you leave? And I'm like, well, it's just
not,
I had a different want for life. I wanted to travel. And I'm a Christian. I'm a religious person. So the reason I left was to be a minister outside of the US in another country and help other people. And then I grew into teaching English, and I just fell in love with teaching
right?
and meeting new people, and it's just been an exciting life to live.
Yeah, there are lots of
I feel
things to explore.
privileged to be able to do this. Uh-oh. I have a little guy running in here. He can come in. I'm about to say goodbye.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. I'll yeah, just I'm not gonna fix any time. Whatever, maybe a day ahead, we can
Yeah.
ping and say, okay, if you're available tomorrow, and then we can connect.
Yeah,
All
that
right.
sounds like a good idea.
All right. Nice meeting you, Hailey.
All right, it was very nice meeting you.
Take care.
Well, I'll see you soon.
Take care. Bye bye.
Bye, Jack.